Hi everyone, good evening. It's so nice to be here with you tonight. Welcome to day 7 of our 21-day journey together through meditation. My name is Nepal. I'm currently in Vancouver, but I'm based on the West Coast. I work in film, so commercial, documentary, narrative in Los Angeles, Vancouver, wherever the job takes me. It's such a pleasure to be here with you tonight. Personally, thanks to my parents, I've been meditating my whole life. They started Sahaja Yoga before I was born. And that's been a very life-changing thing for me, and I'm so glad I get to share that with you today as your host and MC. So to start things off, don't forget to prepare your foot soak for the night. There should be something coming on, yeah, perfect. So it's just a bucket with some salt and a towel. This is every single day, so if you haven't done it before and this is your first time, this is all you will ever need during these programs. Very simple, very nice, and very soothing as you will experience. If you are new tonight and you would like a review of what we've covered in the past, you can go back to the website and watch the recordings to catch up on things. Or our Sahaja Yoga teachers are very happy to guide you through everything today after the session. In a breakout room, they'll take you through everything that we've been through so far, kind of like a Kickstarter master class to where we are today, from day 1 till today. So please, after the program, it's very nice. You can simply join a breakout room and someone will be with you one-on-one and give you a full rundown. Yesterday we learned a very beautiful thing, how to use fire, earth, water, air, and the ether in meditation. It's very powerful, very effective, and today we are going into what are you feeling? And today we're going to learn how to clear our chakras using a very wonderful tool called a bandhan. A bandhan is a way that pretty much you can effectively and very physically feeling the vibrations in your chakras to clear something, to work on yourself, and to give yourself a boost for the day or clear out what happened during the day, at night, before you sleep. It's a very wonderful thing, and I'm excited for you to experience a bandhan today through our wonderful guests that are going to teach you through everything. Um, we have 2 guided meditations, a video with Shri Mataji, live music, and at the very end, a Q&A session with me, the current, and also all the guests, along with breakout sessions that you can join for one-on-one classes or one-on-one information, questions, concerns, anything at all. The sessions are going to be 1 hour long. And most importantly, this is a really important point about Sahaja Yoga. It's always free because your soul, your spirit is something you own. No one can give you that. That's just within you already. All Sahaja Yoga is, what Shri Mataji has given us, is just a way to tap into that. It's a resource to feel what's going on in your body, in your heart, in your mind, and to effectively become your own mechanic, if you want to look at it that way. So now I'm going to invite all our presenters and our musician to open their cameras, turn on their microphones. Wonderful. There should be one more. Perfect. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Let's start with Beenu. If you want to introduce yourself and tell us one thing about what you do outside teaching Sahaja Yoga.
Hello, my name is Beenu and I'm calling from Los Angeles. And I'm practicing Sahaja Yoga from past 6 years, and it's been an incredible journey and still learning more and more about Sahaja Yoga, and very happy to be with all of you. And outside Sahaja Yoga, I'm in IT. I'm a project manager, and also I have kids and family, and I love cooking. And recently, I started learning classical Indian dance, Kathak. So this is something just started doing it.
Well, Kathak is really beautiful and we all love food, so that's great. Wendy, if you want to go next.
Hi, I'm Wendy from Los Angeles. I'm absolutely thrilled to be here. I started learning how to meditate when I was 21, and all this was new to me, feeling things, feeling the vibrations, which is what our program is about tonight. So excited to be exploring that and giving you some confidence that eventually it will all feel very cool and clear to you. I also wanted to mention that when I'm not doing Sahaja Yoga, I love to be out in nature. It's my favorite thing. But I also wanted to mention that we have a survivor program for survivors of trauma And that's something that it gives me a lot of fulfillment. I'm a survivor of childhood sexual abuse. So for me, it's been very meaningful to be able to help others with those issues.
Oh, beautiful, Wendy. Yeah, and meditation, Sahaja Yoga specifically, can help with everything, and just kind of learning about what's going on inside, and how to heal yourself in every way. Um, Igor, if you want to go next, he's a wonderful musician for today.
Uh, Good evening, everyone. My name is Igor. I'm based in Toronto, Canada. I've been practicing meditation since regularly since 2010, and it's been exciting and blissful journey. About 8 years ago, I started practicing Indian classical music, learning the instrument which called bansuri, which is the flute, basically this Indian flute. And that's a beautiful, exciting journey. I love this music very much because it's so soothing, and it helps to get thoughtless automatically, and it helps also around people, helps other people to enter into the meditation state. So today we're going to experience together. Again, this is not a performance, but this is experience. So I'd like to everyone to look at that this way. Other than Sahaja Yoga, I'm working as an engineering. My background is engineering. Now I'm working as a consulting, engineering consulting, and very beautiful journey. Thank you very much, and it's exciting to be in this program.
Thank you, Igor, and we can't wait to hear the music. Okay, perfect. Well, it's wonderful to meet you all, to be here with all the people that are going to meditate with us today. From Vancouver, hello, and I'll see you at the end of the program. I'm going to pass things off to Beenu.
I'm very happy today to be with all of you. Very excited to sharing this precious knowledge. So today's topic is, what are we feeling? And in our previous class, we have explored about the subtle system and the chakras. And the wonderful thing is that this is not just theoretical knowledge. You can feel it. You can feel the subtle system, the chakras on your own hands, in your body, and also at the top of your head. So this subtle energy is very tangible, and you can sense it on your hands. For example, if you see the hand, each finger is representing one chakra. These chakras are connected to our fingers. They are the nerve endings of the chakras. So we can feel it. And as you can see, the different color on each finger and the hand, and they correspond to the subtle system. The chart you can see on the right, the color, that each, for example, number 4 is red. This is our heart chakra. And you can see on the hand, the pinky finger, which is red. So this pinky finger is representing our heart chakra. So we will know more about this later in our class, in our course. And today we will focus on how we can feel it, like what we are feeling. Just put our focus, our attention to that. So today what we are going to do before we start our meditation, I would like to know we can not only feel on our hands, also we can give energy. We can provide energy. We can move energy in our chakras. And for that, we just need to put our right hand in front of that chakra, and we can rotate in clockwise direction. I'll show you how you can rotate that. But rotating with the hand in front of the chakra can move the energy inside the chakra, can help the chakra to be in balance. And if the chakra is out of balance, which you can feel it on your hand, then you can give the attention, you can work on it on your own. You don't need anybody else. So another thing is, yesterday we get to know about the foot soak. So if you have your foot soak ready, I can show you what you need. I have my setup ready here. Just give me 1 minute and I'll show you. So this is how I am little having a hard time showing it, but if you can see it, the water bucket, salt, and some clean water to rinse the feet after the meditation. So before we start our meditation, let's raise our Kundalini and give ourselves bandhan, which you have learned in our previous class. So if you know, just raise our Kundalini 3 times. So put your left hand in front of you, rotate with the right hand. Make a knot at the top of the hand. Now, second time. And while we are doing it, raising our Kundalini, we make sure that our attention is inside us. And also, just see how we are feeling, what we are feeling as we are doing. We can keep our calm attention inside our body. So the very third time, we can just put 3 knots on top of our head. And now we will put bandhan around us, the protection around us 7 times because we have 7 chakras. So start from the right hand, from the left side, we will start, put it back. 1. Let's do it 7 times. Again, we will do it very slowly. Keep our attention inside and let's focus and try to feel how we are feeling on our hands, inside our body as we are doing this. Now, we will put our feet in the water. Make sure you put salt in the water first. I'm putting it, salt in the water, and now put both the feet in the water. We can put both the hands palm up open on our lap and just relax. Let's take a deep breath and then exhale very slowly. We keep our attention inside us and see how we are feeling on our hands. How we are feeling in our body inside. Now let's request to our Mother Kundalini so we can feel our chakras, our subtle system on our hands. So here we will say, Mother Kundalini, please let me feel my hands. Please let me feel the vibrations on my hand. Foot soak is very good for our lower 3 chakras. Overall, it is very good for cleansing of our whole subtle system, but especially for these 3 lower chakras, it is very useful and very beneficial. So let's put both the hands on the side of the chair. Just point towards the Mother Earth. And here we will request to our Mother Kundalini to give us complete balance. Mother Kundalini, please remove all the imbalances, all the impurities I have in me. Please let all the impurities, all the imbalances be absorbed by the Mother Earth. Now feel the hands, both the hands, which are towards the Mother Earth. How you're feeling. Are we feeling lighter inside us already? Now let's put both the hands back on our lap. And now we will put our attention, our focus on our first chakra, which is at the base of our spine. So let's focus at the base of our spine. And let's request to Mother Kundalini, please remove all the impurities from my first chakra. Mother Kundalini, please balance my first chakra. Now, let's focus on our second chakra, which is our lower part of our stomach. Below the belly button, that's our second energy center, second chakra. We can put our right hand in front of that. So that is our second chakra. And today we are going to work on our chakra with our own hand. So we will put our right hand in front of our second chakra and we will rotate clockwise. So we will rotate our hand left side, then down, then right, then up, again left, down, right, up. Let's do it a couple of times. Left, down, right, up, left, down, right, up. Do it very slowly, gently, and keep the focus on the hand. And let's see what you're feeling on the hand while we are doing it. And also, are we feeling anything on our second chakra, where our hand we are rotating? Now we can ask for the quality of this chakra as we are giving energy to this chakra. And the quality of this chakra is creativity. Mother Kundalini, please make me creative. Please make me creative in my actions. Please make me creative in my thoughts. Now let's put our hand back on our lap. And see how we are feeling. Any change on our hands? Feeling anything? Now let's work on our third energy center, which is Nabhi chakra, which is here, the stomach, our central part of our stomach. This is our Nabhi chakra, third chakra. So let's keep our hand there. Again, we will keep our calm attention under our hand inside the stomach. Now again, let's rotate our right hand in front of our chakra, third chakra. Again, we will rotate left, down, right, up, and let's repeat. And as we are directing energy from our hand to our own chakra, let's ask for the quality of that chakra. Mother Kundalini, please make me completely satisfied. Mother Kundalini, please give me inner peace. Please make me peaceful, completely peaceful person. Let's put our hands back on our lap, palm up open. Let's see how we are feeling now. In our body, on our hands, how we are feeling. So similarly, if you want to give energy with your hand to any chakra, you need to just put your hand in front of that chakra and rotate it to the clockwise direction. And you can make that chakra in balance, and you can make that chakra more strong. Now let's rinse our feet. So we have rinse water with us. So we will rinse our feet. And after rinsing, we will wipe it. We don't need to throw this water yet. We can throw it later when we are done. So right now we can just keep it aside, this water. So and now I would like to, all of us together, let's feel it and how we are feeling on the hands after this foot soak and cleansing. Let's put both the hands palm up open and let's close our eyes. We'll keep our attention inside. Now slowly with the right hand, we can move our right hand from the base, and we can move the right hand on the central channel slowly upwards and bring it on top of the head. And let's keep our hand over the head, few inches above. And let's see if we are sensing the energy, that subtle energy on top of our head. Let's try one more time. Very slowly, with keeping our attention in our hand. Keep the hand on top of the head. What are we feeling? You may feel cool, you may feel warm, doesn't matter. And it has meaning, which we will explain later, or you can ask in the breakout room. Now we'll bring this hand down and try with the left hand, the other hand, and see if you can feel more with the other hand. Now let's put the hand down. Now it's time to listen the video of the founder, Shri Mataji. And this knowledge, which I am sharing with you and everyone, all of us sharing with all of you, is her knowledge. And it's time to hear directly from her. So let's listen to her and absorb the knowledge, the subtle knowledge.
But with this power, you become so much full of compassion. Then your attention goes from you to others. What you can do for others. How can you give them realization? And suddenly you discover that around you is so many destructive forces, so many disturbing forces, so many problems. Suddenly you find they disappear. If you can transform human being, but it's no question of transformation. I would say it is the question of evolutionary process. And when this takes place, you find you are transformed completely. And thousands have to be transformed. Thousands and thousands and millions. But somehow, America has a different type of approach to spirituality. They think if I don't take money, then something wrong with me. I must accept money. And they have told me so many things. Some experts came and told me, explained to me all the economics and all that which I don't understand. And they think that it should be sellable. Can't understand this kind of a thing. How much will you pay for Christ? How much will you pay for any saintly personality? Because its value cannot be judged. It's invaluable. Something that's the most invaluable for you is to know yourself. If you have not known yourself, you are still going round and round and round in the mad rush of thinking. Even Einstein, you'll be surprised, has talked about it, that he was trying to find the theory of relativity. And just he couldn't find it. So he went into his garden and was playing with the soap bubbles, and suddenly from somewhere unknown, that's what he said, the theory of relativity dawned upon him. And he called that unknown area, he called them by a name, you see. And that name is rather, to me, not so precise. But he says there is an area which you can exploit, by which you can understand for the future generation, for the future scientist, where you get the ideas from there. And he said for that you must have a kind of a personality that can perceive that torsion area from where the ideas are coming. If he can enter into that area, you can get the full idea as to what is reality. He calls it cognitive. He says this is cognitive science. And such a person can tell you so many things which, when you put it to the scientific test, you'll find is absolutely correct. And this is what happened to him, because himself was a realized soul. And many people like Newton himself was a realized soul. Abraham Lincoln was a realized soul. But they could not tell about it to others because nobody would believe, and anybody tried to tell anything, they just used to torture them. Every saint, real saint, has been tortured. Every Sufi has been tortured. In our country especially, many saints have been very badly treated. Also in other countries. Why? Because they are only one, and maybe people were jealous that how could they know so much, how could they talk about so many things. Now, with all this, now, only thing, if I have done anything, is very simple, that I thought no use giving this realization to one or two persons, which was the tradition, to give to only one to one. But now, I felt it won't work out. We have to have it for the masses. And what I did was to find out a method by which I can give a mass realization. That's all. Which is a simple thing. And that is working, and it worked very well. As I said, in America, they just think of, this is another achievement of human beings, that they know about money. So, money, everything money. So they can't understand even spirituality without money. But in a place like, say, we can say Russia. Russian people had no freedom as you have. And they had oppression from all sides in their, as you know, the whole thing was a communistic country. And in that communism, they were completely oppressed. So as a result, they went inside themselves and tried to find out solutions inside. So when they saw me, just seeing me, I don't know how, thousands of them came. Now we are thousands and thousands and thousands of people in Russia alone, also in some countries. When I see here, I'm just thinking in Russia we cannot put it in a hall, we have to have a big tent or Olympics where they had some sort of a thing like that. So the trouble is, we should give up this idea that I can find it for myself. This is very, very common. You cannot. This is the only evolution in which you have to get it from an enlightened person. You have to humble on this point, that I can't get it on my own. I can find my own way. You cannot. You'll be lost. You have to have somebody who is already enlightened. Now, how to get an enlightened person also? How to know? Because after realization, you know the absolute truth. On your fingertips, you can feel the centers of other person. If something is fishy, you can feel it. If somebody is cheating you, you can feel it. Everything. Your fingers speak. This is what Muhammad Sahib has said. At the time of resurrection, your hands will speak clearly. How can hands speak? This is how, because all these 5 fingers are the centers, 6th and 7th center.
So let's just remain in meditation, keep our eyes closed and keep our attention on top of our head. Let's feel this flow of the energy, the silence within, and absorb the talk of Shri Mataji. Just remain silent for a minute or so before we meditate with music.
Such beautiful, heart-opening music. So we can just, if we're wearing our glasses, we can take the glasses off and we'll just close our eyes and see, how did this music make me feel? So let's all take several cleansing breaths as we focus on the heart. The air is beautiful for opening this chakra. So we'll take a nice deep breath in, slowly, hold it for a few seconds at the end, and then exhale. And as we breathe out, we can allow our entire body to relax and any stress to be breathed out. So let's do 3 cleansing breaths together. And when we've finished our breaths, we can just breathe normally. In a very relaxed way, we can watch the air as it goes in and out of our lungs. This is happening in our center heart chakra. We allow the breath to just soothe us and slow us down inside. And we can take our right hand, put it on the center of our chest. And when we relax and open our heart chakra, it makes it much easier to go quiet. So we can use our hand, allow our hand to guide us inside into our heart chakra. And let's just see how does my heart chakra feel? Even if it's the physical part of the body, this is part of your chakra. So how does that feel? When we feel we have our awareness very gently, a very gentle focus inside our chest, we can take our hand down. And now we can breathe just a little bit slower and just a little bit deeper. And with each breath in, we can see if we can allow our heart chakra to relax and open a little bit wider. even if it's just the muscles around the heart area, we'll allow that to relax and open. And we can just desire, our desire is so powerful, we just desire to be open-hearted. Just desire to feel our hearts. Can just allow our shoulders to relax. All our muscles on our face to relax. We hold tension in our eyes. We can let that go. Even allow our jaw to be relaxed. Now we're going to move our right hand and just hold the palm of our hand across our throat where we swallow. And put our awareness inside our throat. Allow our hand to guide our awareness inside. This is where we feel our connection. Connection to each other, connection to something greater than ourselves. So let's just desire to feel our connection to the silence, to be connected. When this chakra relaxes, we're able to feel vibrations in our hands much better. We have to be really patient and allow this process to happen inside. It will. So let's also desire for that kindness towards ourselves and that patience, just to allow this to happen within us. We can take our hand down, put a palm up in our lap. Put our awareness still very gently in our throat chakra. How does the chakra feel? Let's see. How does my throat chakra feel? And we can even ask to feel this connection to something greater. Mother Kundalini, please make me part and parcel of the whole. Please let me touch something greater. So with our face muscles and our jaw still relaxed, we can place our right hand across the forehead and just allow our head to rest in the palm of our hand. And this is where we have to be so gentle with ourselves and others. We forgive ourselves, we forgive others, we just let it go. So we'll just hold our hand here. We'll just say the affirmation. Mother Kundalini, I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. You can just say this several times within yourself. Mother Kundalini, I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. This is where the power of forgiveness is within us. So grateful for that ability to let go, hold nothing. Now we can raise the right hand and put the palm on the top of our head, on the seventh center. And we can rotate the scalp in a clockwise direction. The scalp is the face of a clock. Now we can just hold our hands still and put our awareness on the palm of our hand where it touches our head and on everything between the palm of our hand and where we're sitting on the chair, our entire spinal column, everything within us between the chair and our hand. And see if we can feel the energy of the Kundalini. Rising up. We can raise the hand up 5 or 6 inches above the head. And we're going to put our awareness between the top of our head and the palm of our hand and feel what that space feels like. And we're going to keep our awareness there, very gentle focus of our attention, very gentle, no concentration. And we'll bring the hand down, put our hand palm up in our lap, and sit silently for a few minutes in that space above our head. And with our awareness still in that space above our head, we can raise our Kundalini very slowly and see if we can feel more strands rising within us. We get to the top, we tip our head back, and we tie more strands of the Kundalini up above our head. Let's do this again. We might be able to feel vibrations as we tip our head back, flowing through the throat chakra, the Vishuddhi. And the third time, we're going to tie 3 knots. And that's where we want our attention to stay. With our left hand down by our hip, we're going to draw the vibrations around us in a rainbow shape. And just keep our awareness on our right hand. We might be able to feel some vibrations coming from that hand and drawing a protection around us. We'll just see, what do we feel when we do it? Now we can come to the surface, put our glasses back on, and I'm going to hand it back to Nirmala. Nepal. We're going to have Q&A, question and answers at the end, but we'll have a few announcements first.
Hi everyone, I hope you had an amazing session of meditation with these wonderful hosts and meditation guides and music. It was a pleasure to be here with you tonight. And we have a few more things left, so please stay. Don't log off yet. Now the part begins where we can enjoy some time together and discuss things. So tomorrow, we will enjoy another aspect, another tool that Sahaja Yoga meditation has. It's ice. So we're going to learn how to cool down the right side with ice. We will experience the cooling effect of ice to steady our attention and make us cool. Okay. Tomorrow, all you need is ice for the third time. Just something cold. It could be a pre-frozen one. It could just be an ice pack with ice cubes. Anything at all works, as long as it's cold. And as a reminder, every single day you need a foot soak. Get your own bucket, put your name on it, put some salt in it. Make sure no one takes it and they know it's yours. Some paper towels or paper cloth to dry off afterwards, and a rinsing water to clean your feet. Very important for every day. So additional online programs and workshops for Asian countries are coming up on Sunday, February 2nd and Sunday, February 9th, 9 p.m. Sydney time, 4:30 p.m. Delhi time, and noon CET. Only on Zoom, it's the same Zoom link as this program. And now, continuing with the resources of the 21 days program, we're not even halfway done with the program for 21 days. So scan that QR code. Know that we're going to be here every single day. New hosts, new programs, new music. It's a wonderful experience. And through these WhatsApp groups, you can stay updated with links on what to do, with reminders, spiritual messages, links for the Zoom chats, the YouTube links. And then on the website, you can find recordings of everything, of every session, handouts, and everything else you could possibly need. And now there's 3 options for you. So the first option is you can write breakout room help in the chat, and a Sahaja Yoga teacher will connect with you in a breakout room, and you guys can discuss, you can ask your questions, you can enjoy, and just have another experience or catch up if this is your first time here. They'll take you through all the first steps, what happened in the first 6 days, or you can just write chat Q&A, and they'll answer your question privately in the chat. Or you can just talk to us directly. So please feel free to write your questions in the chat, send them to me, and we'll try to get to all of them with the rest of the hosts and that we have here. So thank you for being here with us tonight. I'm going to start answering the questions. And we're excited to enjoy the rest of the session with you. Most importantly, Feel free to stay as long as possible because after the Q&A, the breakout rooms will continue. So those will continue until everyone's satisfied and has gone through all their questions. And so don't worry, you can get through the Q&A with us right now and then still join a breakout room afterwards. Totally up to you. Okay, let's get into it. Welcome back, Wendy and Beenu. Thank you for a wonderful session. This is so wonderful.
Let's get into it.
Exactly. All right, let me open up the questions here. Okay, so our first question of today is let's start with Binu. Um, if you can talk to us a little bit about your experience of feeling vibrations. It's kind of a vague, open-ended question, but on your hands, on your body, or on top of your head. Um, how have you felt it? Where does it come from? What's your experience with this?
Yeah, so when I started my meditation 6 years back, I didn't feel it right away. And actually, it took a while to feel on my hands. I didn't feel it. But one thing was happening which keep me going is I was able to feel inside my body very relaxed, and I was feeling good after doing meditation. And if I'm skipping meditation, I was not feeling that good, that joyous. So that was missing. So I keep going. I was keep going, and whenever I used to go to classes like and attend meet other people who are meditating, and they mention, okay, I'm feeling this, that, and I used to wonder why I'm not feeling it, but I was feeling good, so I kept going. And I think around after 4 months or 3 or 4 months, I was able to feel on my hands properly. Here and
Mm,
there, I was able to feel the tingling. Tingling part I was able to feel, but not the vibrations like coolness or warm on the whole hand. No. And even on my top of my head, sometime I used to feel, sometime not. So it was not consistent. So, and even if I sit for 20 minutes and I feel nothing on my top of my head, nothing on hands, but I feel good. So, but when I started feeling it was amazing feeling.
wow, wonderful. Thank you. It's really is the breadcrumbs. As a lot of people say, the breadcrumbs are very important to see. Let's say you don't feel in your hands or you feel just a tingling, but you don't really understand what everyone's talking about. But you notice that in your daily life, people are more happy around you, or people look at you with more joy or more understanding, or your words seem to form better. You're able to express yourself easier. These are the breadcrumbs that will ultimately, like, explain the sense of peace that you have within you, whether it's immediately off the bat physical or it's more in the daily life little things. This is really wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that, Binu. Is there anything you want to add to that, Wendy?
Yeah, it's an experience. We're asking so much of ourselves. We're asking ourselves to make a jump, a leap. And we have to be a little patient and know that most people do not feel vibrations right away, that it's something that happens as this center opens and gets stronger. We feel more on our hands. And before that, we probably feel more just the peace inside. And that's the important part. The important part is to touch the silence and the peace. And if that's happening for you, you don't have to worry too much about feeling the hot and the cold.
Definitely, Wendy, and there's something I say every time I have the pleasure of being on here. And thank you again for having me on here, first of all. But it's like a flick of a switch. It's like a muscle, and it's very easy to understand when you put it that way. It's like working out. You can't get a six pack. I don't have one, but if you can't get a six pack without working out a ton, and the same thing with meditation. The more you meditate, the more you understand that muscle, the more you understand that subtle system within your body. And that way, what happens is it comes to a point after maybe 2 months for some people, after 10 years for other people, where you flick a switch and your mind just goes blank. And you enter that thoughtless awareness state where you know what happened last week with your dog or your mom or whatever, and you also know what's going to happen next week with your boss or that big move that's coming up or your school assignment. But you also know to stay in the present moment right now. So you don't let those things affect you. You know they happen, you know they're gonna happen, but you're living today in this moment. And I think that's really the beauty of what happens with meditation. It affects every part of life.
And
Okay.
the other thing is that we all feel something different, and we start feeling different things. We're not all the same. So some people feel more in their hands, some people feel more in their bodies, and it's just, just let yourself be you and trust it, I guess.
Yeah, I want to add one more thing. So when I was not feeling good amount of like 2, 3 months, right? I was not feeling what I was meditating. I didn't feel, but at my work, in my lunch break room, one person, my colleague, came and reached out to me and said, "Hey, you look always happy. I mean, what's the reason? Like, I've never seen you stressed out, and you seems very happy. Like, what's the reason? Like, how it?" And I'm like, I couldn't answer that time. But after that, it took me a while. And then I was like, why? And then I could feel it that maybe this is because of my meditation.
Mm,
Other
yeah.
able
Yeah.
to feel it.
And that's also important. It's important to be aware of things. You know, a lot of times something good will happen in your day and it'll be a really beautiful thing. It might even be a small thing. You just say, oh, coincidence. You know, no, coincidence is something that makes life a little less interesting. Give it some purpose. Give it something beautiful, a reason behind it. And once you start looking at things that way, everything becomes more beautiful. The colors become more colorful. Life becomes more vibrant, and even the sad moments give you something to learn from. So it's all about how you live your life, you know. And we're all choosing to live a peaceful life. That's what we have in common. Okay, next question. Um, all right, next question is share an experience of clearing a chakra with bandhans. I'll start us off here with just for one sentence, just an experience I have is bandhans after many years of giving myself bandhans, different chakras. It's gotten to a point where I can feel like a gear turning in that chakra under my hand, and you can feel almost this cool breeze take over, and it's just a very nice feeling. It gives you the confidence to know you've cleared that chakra and that you can move on to the next catch, or you can feel confident in your ability to work on yourself. And that's kind of the confidence that's given me. Bandhans are a very powerful thing. So please, Wendy, this time, if you want to start.
Yeah, so when I started in Sahaja Yoga, I was really into clearing my heart chakra, especially the left heart, where the physical heart is, because I was born with a heart condition, and I knew I could feel a little bit in my heart, but I really wanted to learn how to feel that chakra and to feel it working out and to feel the vibrations moving around in it. And what I found was by meditating on it many, many times, it increased my ability to feel the actual physical chakra in my body. So we might want to feel things in our hands, which is amazing. And that just happens spontaneously. Your hands start waking up. But also it's nice to feel like what's actually happening in the chakra inside of me. And what I found was if I would focus and meditate on a chakra, then I would feel it better and more. And it really worked. But you just need to do it over a month or so, a few days at a time, and just see. And you'll start feeling it change inside and feeling the cool inside.
Thank you. Perfect. Beautiful. And Binu, if you have anything you want to add to this?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely helped, especially when I am foot soaking and giving bandhans. At the beginning, when I learned that technique that we can give the energy to our own energy center using our hands, and I tried on my like during my foot soak, so on the stomach, like the around the stomach, and I could feel the cool air moving inside the stomach. So
Mhm.
that was the experience. I still remember it.
And
Wow.
that's what
Wow.
I felt in my heart too. When I gave it that bandhan just to try to feel it, I could feel that it helped. It was like opening it up like a flower,
Yeah.
the chakra.
Beautiful experiences, very strong experience, very, very memorable experiences. That's wonderful. Okay, we have one question here. The next one is, um, how has Sahaja Yoga helped with negative thoughts that arise from certain feelings? Um, and I can answer this one first. Negative feelings come every day, whether it's from a family member or work, or it's from yourself. You know, a lot of times we make the negative feelings happen on our own. Um, And these negative feelings are all related to a reason. They're related to it could be a heart thing, it could be a fifth chakra thing, it could be a sixth chakra thing. Everything has a reason, and what Sahaja Yoga gives you, and what meditation gives you is a way to see what is the reason. It makes you your own mechanic. It gives you a guide. It's almost like a how-to guide, and it tells you how to know what you're feeling, tells you what side it's on, left side, right side, center, to know if it's in the past or the present, if you're overactive, too lethargic. It gives you the exact guide to know what is going on, and then gives you a very simple layout of how to solve it. And it might take time, it might take a few days, it might take 10 minutes. That's up to you and how much devotion you can give your body and your spirit and your soul. And so the clearing side is up to you to really put your full effort, but the guide is there for you to really follow. And if you need help figuring out exactly how to know what something means, we are here for that. We're here to help you learn those things and help you to get really invested in taking care of yourself and your soul and your spirit and your future and your family, whatever it may be. But yeah, negative feelings are in all of us. Every day is a new day. Every day is a new reason to be stressed. So it's important to really take care of yourself and to not ignore those feelings. I think a lot of times, especially in this fast-moving, really intense industry that a lot of us are in. We bottle things up, we put it on the side, and we say, let me worry about that next week, or let me come back to that feeling. Instead, you can just do a foot soak that night, get rid of it, wake up the next morning feeling relieved that it's not there anymore. Yeah, that's my perspective on negative feelings and how to get rid of them. And please, anyone else, you can add on to that.
Well, there was also mentioned negative thoughts as well. They're both there. They're the active busyness within us. And when we meditate, what we're doing is allowing that busyness to settle and to slow down and to eventually stop. But one of the beautiful things about meditating and about Sahaja Yoga meditation is the ability to have a positive attention. So you get to the point where you focus on the positivity, on the things that are positive around you. And it's not that you deny that there are some hard or difficult things that are happening, but you focus on, like if you're with a difficult person, you focus on the positivity in them. And what ends up happening is it brings out the good in them. If you focus on the negativity in a person, for example, then it brings that out in them, and it also you will pull that into your chakras. So if you are positive and looking at the love in a person or the good in a person, they feel it, and it becomes contagious, and it becomes a tool for like really having a positive environment around yourself.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And reactions are something we all do. Someone says something we don't like or something that we might not even agree with only 1%, but that we focus on that 1%. It helps you control those moments, especially if you're someone who gets angry easily or you really just are a very emotional person. It's important to be aware of that and not ignore it and to take care of yourself. It's good to be emotional. It's good to express yourself. It's just good to know how to express yourself and when it's better to not express yourself, So these are very, very important skills. I mean, I haven't mastered these skills or anything, but I'm aware of how important they are.
I don't think any
Yeah.
of us have completely mastered the skill of not saying something when we're feeling
Yeah, yeah. I think that
emotional.
one,
Yeah.
that one, yeah. We'll talk about it when we figure it out. So next question, Beanie, if you want to answer this one, why do we use our right hand to raise the Kundalini and do the exercises? Why not the left hand?
Okay, so our right hand is represent our right channel, which is our action channel, and our left hand is our left channel, represent our left hand, right? So left is our desire, all the desire, emotions, power, and all the action power we get from our right channel. So right hand we use for any action. So raising Kundalini, giving ourselves bandhan, we use right hand. Even giving energy to chakras, we are using our right hand, not the left hand, because this is our action hand.
Mm. Oh, perfect answer. That was the perfect summary. Okay, perfect. Yeah, thank you. Next question is, What's the significance of feeling cool and warmth? How do you know you have cleared the chakra? Um, I can take a jab at this one. So cool and warmth is it's a very simple way to explain things. When there's cool, it generally means you've cleared something. When there's warmth, it doesn't mean necessarily there's a big problem there, but it means you should probably put some attention there. And there's different levels of everything. Once you've really done this for a while, you can tell when something's actually a problem. You can tell when sometimes it might even be you might even feel it physically. Once you've really focused on these feelings, that warmth, that tingling feeling, you know what it is, how serious it is, and once it's gone, you can also feel that as well. I'm not saying it's like a magic like thing where there's a very clear formula, but there really is a clear formula. It's just very simple. I think that's where people get a little confused. It's so simple to a point where there isn't so much to say about it. You can tell when something isn't right. You might even feel a pain there. And once that pain is gone, or once you feel a breeze come in there, and you feel it kind of lighten, it's almost like a floating feeling. You feel yourself like it's like a pillow. You're just like caught and floating in the air. And that feeling is the most amazing feeling. That's what I strive for every morning before I go to work. When I meditate in the morning, I want to go to work feeling like a pillow, just like a soft, gentle thing that can go into work and someone can say something mean and I don't even hear it, or and I work with a lot of very intense people in the film industry. And my clients are very, very rough people. They want what they want, when they want it, how they want it. And if it's not what they want, then they yell at you. Like these are very intense things, but if you look at them with a smile and their words kind of flow through you, you can see what they really mean. You can see, oh my God, this guy's actually just really stressed out because he probably has a deadline too. Let me just reassure him that it will be fine. Instead of jabbing back, and if you do jab back, you might sit down that night and you might feel a tingling right here, or you might feel something. And it's very, if you pay attention to these things, you'll notice certain actions you take every day will have certain impacts on certain chakras. And it's a pattern. You will see a pattern in yourself, in your subtle system. And so it's kind of a convoluted answer I just gave, but the answer is that when there's warmth, you know that there might be something there. When it's cool and it's slight and it's gentle, you know that you probably cleared it. And
I
it's
have a
kind of,
question.
yes.
Can I just drive into work with you? I want to be a pillow too. That sounds amazing. You just decided, okay, I'm just going to do this positive thing when I drive into work, and that is amazing. I just want to add something about the heat. Oftentimes when you clear a chakra, heat is released. As it opens more, and when we work on a chakra, like if we're working on the center heart, we're giving a bandhan. It actually attracts more Kundalini energy there. You might even feel it sometimes pulsing at a chakra. And that's because more and more strands of the Kundalini, which is a giant rope, are trying to come up. And when it does that, when it's clearing it, some heat can come out. So heat can also mean we're growing. And that's the way I am ridiculously always trying to be positive. When I feel heat in my system, I think I'm growing. So it's another way of looking at it. That's all I'm saying.
Beautiful. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And now I'll throw this next one to Beenu. Um, Let me see here. I lost track of where I was in the questions. Okay. Okay, yeah. Very simple question. What is something that changed in your life after starting Sahaja Yoga?
Very interesting. Um, I think I become more positive. So, the glass full and glass half, seeing half. So I think before starting my meditation, uh, I used to see more how my glass is half full, half not full. And then after that, my acting perception changed a lot, a lot. And I was happy with what I have. And also through the nature, I never pay attention to the greeneries or beautiful flowers. I was not like that before. I was more into the studies and other chores stuff getting done. That type of
Mhm.
person I was. And then after I started my meditation, I've become more aware of the natural beauty.
Oh, beautiful.
More positive.
Wendy, do you want to add to that?
Well, what happened for me when I came to Sahaj is that I kind of went away and I didn't come come back a lot, but I had a lot of experiences. And one of the things that happened was that I had always spoken with a hoarse voice. I talk like an old man my whole life because I had nodes on my voice box. And so magically, within a couple of months, it just went away and I could speak like a normal person. So I would say that was the first really big light bulb going on over my head, that since I'd been that way most of my life, that maybe there was something special about Sahaja Yoga and its effect on me.
Well, wonderful. I can't really add too much to this question because my parents were doing it before I was born, but I can say my dad has a very similar story to that. Obviously have my own day-to-day things. I didn't meditate for a few days, ignored it or something, and then a few days later, I'm like, man, I don't feel like myself, or something big happens and I'm like, I really need to meditate. I have lots of stories like that, and some are more intense than others. I don't need to get into it, but really, everyone has their own experience, and these were two very nice, different experiences that you guys mentioned. There's a fun question here. For a left-handed person, is the right and left channel reversed? So think of it like your organs. Your liver will always be where your liver is. Your heart will always be where your heart is, and your organs will always be the way they are. And that's kind of how the subtle system is as well. It's not going to change based on which hand you use to write, and it is the way it is. It's just the way your body is composed is the way your cell system is also composed. Um, okay. And now I have a question here. It's a follow-up from a previous question. Um, can we differentiate between becoming aware of our feelings and judging our feelings during meditation? This is a very interesting question. Actually, it's a very, very interesting question because I've had my own experiences where I get frustrated at myself for feeling a certain way during a meditation because I can't clear something, or I'm just sad that I feel a certain thing. I'm sure there's a difference. I've definitely judged my emotions, but tried to look past it. This is a very real question. If anyone wants to add, please, you can answer this.
Well, when you put your awareness on a feeling, when you're meditating and you're having feelings, what you'll see if you really watch them for a bit is that feelings start, they grow in intensity, and then they drop back down. And what we can do is if we just watch it, like step back like we're watching that feeling, we have some distance between us. So we're watching that feeling like we're watching it up on a screen and we're in a movie theater. And there's some distance between us and that feeling. And you start watching it, and all you need to do is not engage it. You don't work yourself up. What we do with our emotions is work ourselves up. We have a feeling, and then we add another feeling that's more intense and more intense and more intense. So the first feeling comes up, it's a little intense, and we just step back and watch it. And while we watch it, we just don't judge it. We just see it. We don't say it's a good feeling, it's a bad feeling, it's an inconvenient feeling. They always are. I have this relationship with my feelings too. But they make us who we are. They give us passion. They give us love. So there's so much positive emotion. And when the negative feelings come up, we just like with thoughts, if you have those negative thoughts that you're having, you just watch it from this distance, from this little distance, like it's on a screen. You just watch the thought go by, and you don't add another 9 thoughts to it. You just let it go.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you, Wendy. And also thank you, Beenu. We're actually going to wrap things up here. And I just want to say thank you to all of you for being here with us tonight. And right now is your chance to go have a one-on-one breakout session with a Sahaja Yoga teacher to learn more, ask your questions, be curious, and experience further peace. So thank you all. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you to Wendy, Beenu, and Igor for a wonderful session of meditation and music. And we hope to see you tomorrow. Okay. Bye bye.
Thank you.